What's up, ladies and gentlemen of the web? Today is Tuesday, October 29th, 2024, and we are once again experiencing another historical day for PlayStation. Firewalk Studios and Neon Koi are both being shut down. But before we get into that, this is Play Bite, the show where I bring you the best gaming news in a tiny bite-sized form. So if it's your first time here, make sure you hit that subscribe button so I see you again next time. So this was reported by Jason Schreier about 20 minutes ago as of the time of this recording. If you're unaware, you're from the future and forgot about this, basically too long didn't read. Jim Ryan about 6 years ago decided he wanted to do nothing but live service games for Sony. He even went as far as saying that he did not want another Last of Us, not another God of War, no more Spider-Man games, just online games. So he went ahead and he bought Bungie and he bought a bunch of these other studios that really had no business being a part of the Sony family so that they could all make live service games for him. The first couple come out, they all flop. And rumored, allegedly, Sony pushed him out. He didn't retire by choice. They pushed him out. Earlier this year, Firewalk Studios launched Concord, a game with a dev cycle of $400 million. It launched and its highest player count at its peak was less than 700 players. And then because of that, they shut down the service for the game and said they were going to readdress to see what they can do about Concord's future. Fast forward to today, because that was the last news we had at Concord, there was rumors between then and now that this game was going to go free to play. There was updates to it on Steam, but unfortunately, the studios are just shutting down. 210 people across Neon Koi and Firewalk Studios will be jobless. This is just a master clusterfuck of probably the worst possible things that could have happened to a game studio. You launch a game, you're a part of the biggest company in video games, and it flops. Like, there was indie games that were like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years old that were having a higher concurrent player count than Concord did at launch. That's embarrassing. It's crazy. I will say, I don't believe everybody should have been let off. I do think the studio should have stayed on, Sony just bought them a couple of years ago. They shouldn't have shut them down already. They should have kept the game devs. Fire all the game artists, fire all the game story people, fire all the PR people, fire everybody except for HR and the developers. The developers, if you had to play this game, you got the chance to play this game, the developers cooked. They did some really cool gameplay elements. But this game was held back by the artists and the storytellers because they had no idea what the fuck they were doing. If you had taken this gameplay style and reskinned it with anything else, we could have had a PlayStation hero shooter. We could have had Killzone people, God of War, everything in between. It could have been like PlayStation's Valorant, basically. There's so many different ways they could have made everybody come into this and have a role. However, that's not what they did. They ended up doing this really weird story element where nothing made sense. And then the artists took a lot of weird liberties, making these characters completely unrelatable. They don't even look like real people. And the whole point of a hero shooter, like look at Valorant, look at Rainbow Six, look at Fortnite, look at any of these other live service games. What makes them succeed is the characters are cute. You like the characters, they're quirky, they're fun. But with Concord, it looks like when you're in high school and you know that table in the way back where like all the band kids sit, that's what this looked like. It looked like a table of a bunch of band kids just got together and made a game. Like, that's what Concord looks like in my opinion. This game has so much potential, and I will never be able to just get over the fact that it flopped as bad as it did. But we could go on for hours on what they did wrong, what they could have done differently, but ultimately, it failed. The studios are getting shut down, and it's a closed chapter now in Sony's history. But with that being said, what is your opinion on this? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, channel, and I'll see you in the next video.